everyone, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I would like to talk a little bit about green card by marrying a US citizen. How the process looks like, what do you guys have to worry about, what type of step-by-step you guys need to follow, because I know it's a lot of information and it's actually a little bit hard to find everything you need. But in today's video, I will give you guys basically a guide about everything you need to worry about and everything you guys need to do. Okay, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to this video and give a thumbs up for me. And another important information, it's basically a disclaimer. I'm not an immigration attorney and I'm not giving you guys legal advice. All the information shared in this video, it's related to my own experience. And if you need a legal advice, I really recommend you to look for an immigration attorney. Okay, so congratulations on your engagement. And I know this time it's really exciting because you have to start organizing a lot of things. You need to start organizing a wedding, you need to start organizing honeymoon, you need to start organizing your green card process. So it's so many things to be worried about it. I know because I went through this phase. But as easier as you can make it, better will be for both of you and your fiancé. So talking about the wedding, you can make a big wedding party if you guys need it in the future. But if you're running out of time, for example, I don't know, you came to the US as an au pair, you change your status to tourist, and your first 6 months is about to expire, so you guys want to get married before it expires. You also don't want to make a really rushing wedding with the family members, and you don't know what to do. You can get married first at the courthouse, so you can get a marriage certificate, and then apply for your green card, and during the time your process is running, you can organize yourself and your husband for a big wedding celebration in the future, in a few months, for example. That's what Justin and I did. We first got married at the courthouse in February 2022. And then before we got married, I was already organizing a lot of documentations. And when I got married at the courthouse, I got the marriage certificate, I added to my process, and I sent the package to USCIS. And then a few months later, while I was still waiting for my green card process to be approved, we did a big wedding celebration with family and friends, and we could enjoy more of this time. And I didn't have to worry anymore about, oh, I have to organize documents for green card process. I also have to organize a wedding at the same time, which is a lot. Believe me, it's a lot. It's almost a full-time job organizing a wedding, seriously. Okay, so that's what we did, and that's what you can do as well. You guys are engaged and you're planning the next steps. What are the next steps? First, you can apply to get your marriage license. If you guys decided, okay, so first we're gonna get married at the courthouse or even make a small celebration, the first thing you need to do is searching courthouses near your address, and then see and check the options. And then, for example, this one is the closest one. You go to their website, and then you have to apply to get a marriage license. You will probably have to fill it up like a form, adding some information about you, about your fiancé. You might have to upload a few documents, I don't remember. And then you're gonna schedule a day to go there to be able to get the marriage license. And then you go there, you have to go with your fiancé, you both go there, you get the marriage license. You guys have to make a promise. I don't know if all the courthouses you have to do that, I believe so. Maybe some states works in a different way, but when I got married in Virginia with Justin, we had to make this process, okay? So you got the marriage license and you got a lot of other supporting documents saying what you guys have to do. Usually, they're gonna give you a list about some officiants you guys can contact and ask for prices and maybe schedule a day so the officiant can get you guys married. Oh, Bruna, I have a family member and this family member can also get us married, right? It depends. It depends if this family member has the authorization to get you guys married at the state you guys are living. If this family member also live in the same state as you, I believe so. But if you guys live in Virginia, for example, and your cousin or your uncle lives in Florida and wants to be your guys' wedding officiant, I think just for the wedding celebration, it's fine. But for you guys get the marriage license, it has to be a state officiant. What you guys can do as well, if the courthouse has the availability, you guys can go at the courthouse and get married. Why a lot of people decide to do that? Because most of the times in most of the courthouses, when you do that, you get the marriage certificate at the same day. If you are rushing, if you don't want to wait a few days until you get the marriage certificate to submit your green card process, that's something you guys can do, okay? And usually it's actually cheaper doing that, depending if your officiant lives closer to the courthouse, of course. But sometimes as much far away you ask to your officiant to go and get you guys married, more money he's gonna request from you guys. So make sure you guys know that. Next step is making sure you know which forms do you want to apply on your green card package. Some of the forms you're not obligated to fill it up. For example, you don't have to fill it up the work permit if you don't want it. You don't have to fill it up the travel permit if you don't want it. For who doesn't know, these forms used to be free if you apply them together with your adjustment of status. But after April 1st, 2024, you have to pay for these forms, even if you are applying together with your adjustment of status, which is a lot of money actually, okay? So if you guys are not in a hurry and if you don't worry about getting your work permit super soon or even your travel permit, you only care about your green card, you don't have to apply for these forms. You can avoid applying for them. But have in mind that you're not going to receive any travel permit, any work permit before your green card, okay? So you have to wait for your green card to get approved, to look for jobs, and to be able to leave the country and travel to another country. But talking about personal experience, a lot of my clients are getting their green card approved before the work permit or even before the travel permit. It's not a rule. The same can happen and it cannot happen with you, but there is a possibility. If you don't want to spend all this much money applying for these forms, you can always wait and see how things goes. What is the next step? What you guys have to do right now? You have to schedule your medical exams and check availability with them. It doesn't matter which one you're gonna choose, as long as they are USCIS certified surgeons. That's all. But how do I know if the doctor I'm planning to go is a USCIS certified doctor? You can get this information in the USCIS website, okay? So you go to USCIS website, you're gonna type your zip code, and then USCIS will show you a few options closer to your address. You can contact whichever you wanted, you can get pricing, you can check availability with them. It doesn't matter which one you're gonna choose, as long as they are USCIS certified surgeons. That's all you need to know, and that's all you need to do. Some places it's gonna cost more money, some places it's gonna cost less money, and you don't know what you need basically to get it done until you go to this doctor. Because I had to get a few vaccines and I had to do some like exams as well. I think I did some blood exam, maybe some urine exams, I don't remember. And some people have to do different types of vaccines than you. And so not because you pay $400, that means your friend will also pay $400. Your friend can pay less or more than that. You did your medical exams, you got your package with your medical exams. Remember, do not open your medical exams package, okay? Your doctor already got the form I-693. He filled up that form for you and he added to your medical exams in the same package. So you have to keep that package sealed. If you open and you send your medical exams package open to USCIS, they will probably reject your case and they're gonna send everything back. So please do not open. Now that you have your medical exams, what else you can do? You can start filling up all the forms and organizing all the relationship proofs and other documentation. It depends which forms you decided to fill it up. But basically, a lot of information repeats in almost all the forms. For example, the form to adjust your status is gonna ask your full name, it's gonna ask you your home country address, it's gonna ask you your US address, and the other forms it's gonna repeat and ask you the same exactly things all the time, and you have to fill it up all over again, okay? But it's important you start little by little, so if you miswrite any information, you have time to fix it, okay? So start as soon as you can, so you know what documentation you will need to fill it up all the forms, and also which documents you have to gather from your husband to be able to send all the documents perfectly correct. Okay, awesome. You have your package ready to be sent to USCIS. Now what you have to do? You need to choose what type of shipping company you want to submit your package to USCIS. If you choose USPS, you're gonna have a different address. If you choose UPS, FedEx, or DHL, it's another address to send to USCIS. For example, I prefer send my documents through UPS. So how do I find out where is the address? So you go to USCIS website, and then you're gonna look for the state to live, and then you will have the two options addressed. One is through USPS and the other one is through FedEx, UPS, and DHL. After submitting your green card package, what is the next step? If one of the forms you fill it up is that one that you can request an update by text message, you will probably receive a text message before get the mails. In this text message, USCIS will say, hey, we received your forms and here are your case numbers. And then you will receive a few case numbers depending of which forms did you submit to USCIS. If you're gonna submit your adjustment of status together with your travel permit and your work permit, you're gonna receive 4 case numbers. If you're not gonna apply for work permit or travel permit, you'll probably receive just 2 case numbers. But if you didn't apply to receive the text message from USCIS, you will have to wait to receive a mail from USCIS. In the first mail, they're gonna say, hey, we received your processes and here are your case numbers. And then after a few days or even a few weeks, they're gonna send you another mail with your USCIS online code. So what is that? You need this online code to be able to add all your processes to your online account at USCIS website. Without this code, you're not able to add this case online, okay? And it's important for you to add all the cases online so you can have, a faster updates for USCIS and everything. Okay, Bruna, I was able to add all my cases to my online account, and what should I do now? Now, remember to keep checking your online account every week and see if there is any updates on your online account. So soon they're gonna schedule your fingerprints appointment, and then they're gonna add the notice for the fingerprints appointment to your online account, and they will also mail you the fingerprints notice, okay? And then remember, make sure you're gonna add the fingerprints appointment on your calendar and try arrive to your fingerprints appointment at least 15 minutes early, because sometimes it's gonna be full of people, and if you don't want to spend a lot of time there waiting, and you want to get a little bit earlier so you can be one of the first ones to be able to get everything done. You got your fingerprints appointment done. What is next? If USCIS needs any extra documentation from you, they're gonna send you a RFE, which means request for evidences. Again, you're gonna receive that online and by mail. And then, I don't know, maybe you forgot to add a picture of your passport. They're gonna request that. Or maybe you guys forgot and you didn't submit your husband's last taxes. So they're gonna request that as well. So that's why it's important for you to take time and do your green card process with time, so you can make sure you're adding all the necessary documents to them and a lot of supporting documentation so you can avoid requests for evidences. It's not a problem when you receive one. I just feel like it takes longer to get approved, you know? You just submit USCIS your evidences, and now what you have to do? Now you have to wait for a decision. Sometimes USCIS can approve your green card process without interview, but other times they will also request an interview in order to make a decision about your case. All my clients so far, they got approved without interview, which is great. I also did get approved without interview, which is awesome. But if you have to go to an interview, don't worry, it's totally fine and it's actually normal for the process, okay? Remember, if you have to go to an interview, make sure you look a copy of all the forms you sent to USCIS and make sure you know everything you wrote in that papers, because they probably can make questions related to the forms you sent, related to all the relationship proofs you sent. They can make questions about your daily routine, your life routine with your husband, what you guys normally do in the evenings, in the mornings, in the afternoons, personal items about your husband, personal items about yourself. So it's important for you and your husband to be at the same page this time, okay? Guys, that's all for the video today. I hope it really helped someone about all this information I just shared, and I will see you guys super soon. Bye.